Hey guys, welcome back to eBike Reviews and Adventures. So 630 sent us their new fat tire Simple Glide, not to be confused with the thin tire Simple Glide. Alright, so I'm not super familiar with all the specs on this one, but it does have a really cool little, it does have a really cool little footstool here. So if you're tired of pedaling and you just want to prop your feet up like I do all the time, like on the frame of the bike, you actually have a footstool now. So that's really cool. Your seat is adjustable. You got a little lever here. I don't know how to work it. That's just user error. Seat will adjust back and forth. So if you have really long legs, you can sit more comfortably. I think Dad said it was like a 750 watt motor, 20-hour amp battery or something like that. I don't know. I'm not smart enough. You do have a power button for the throttle here to turn that off. You have a nice long brake line. It's too long, but that's okay. Other than that though, looks really nice, honestly. It's got the classic Simple Glide colors, nice orange tires, comfy office chair style seat here. So that's cool. Nice tall handlebars. Classic. It's more of just a first impression ride, so let's get her done. How do I put it on again? You are gonna go right there. Okay, I need a helmet that is mine and not broken. There's Dad in his natural habitat. Okay. Are we turning on? Oh. Again, probably user error. It doesn't have the keys in it. Dad usually doesn't turn the batteries off, I don't think. Okay, well, either the battery's off or it's dead. So let's go see if I can find the keys that are supposed to be for this darn thing. I don't think it has an on-off, does it? Oh, that's all it is. See? Sometimes you just gotta investigate a little bit. Okay, so that's, I guess, a good thing to know. There is a little itty-bitty power button. I don't even know if you can see that. Let me bend this way. There is a little power button here. You have to make sure you turn the battery on. Okay. Parking brakes. Off. That doesn't sound right. This one's designed very weird. The foot pedals don't feel right for me. Maybe it's just because I'm short. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've got this thing slid all the way forward and I still feel like I'm barely tall enough to ride it. I'm 5'4" for reference. There's a lot of clunk in the... Maybe that's just me. Again, maybe it's a user error. I'm also in a... Alright. Might as well put my armrest down and get cozy. A little bit of a delay on the throttle, which is fine. Well, I'll be honest, doesn't feel like it's the most sturdy bike I've ever rode in my life, but a little wobbly. But it's also very tall too, so could just be, you know, kind of like a Kind of like a Jeep thing where it's top heavy maybe. But let's get around this curve here. And let's maybe do a proper speed test here. Okay, so pass 5. Alright, so pedaling for my life here in pass 5. I'm only getting to like 17 miles an hour, so this sounds very interesting. Let's try and throttle and see how fast we can get it to. Huh. Oh. That is very interesting. I wonder if it's the kind of because this one feels very, I don't know, this one feels torque to me. I don't think it's a cadence. So it could just be because of that, but the throttle won't hold out. I'm holding the throttle down. It's going up to 19, then it slows down to 18. It's kind of like when you're driving a car and you let off the gas and like, you know, the car slows down or whatever, and then you hit the gas again and obviously it's going to go forward, except I'm not letting off the gas, I'm not letting off the throttle, and it's slowing down. And then it's going to go back up. And now it's slowing back down again as if I'm letting off the throttle. Again, maybe user error, maybe that's like a safety function. I don't know. I'll have to ask Dad about that. Interesting. Doesn't have a horn, I don't think. Doesn't have a horn. It's got both brakes. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see if Dad's home yet. We both went out for a little ride. I think he's back, it looks like. Looks like he went inside. Overall review, undecided. Not my favorite. Not the worst I've ever rode. Don't know that I'd say it's my favorite. But it gets the job done. We'll talk to Dad about a couple of these things and figure out... Don't do that. And figure out what's up. Oh, I didn't even test out like my little foot pedal thing. That's okay. There he is. I have a couple questions to ask you because I don't know if it's user error or something that I don't know about. I noticed with the throttle, I will like, you noticed it too? You already know what I'm talking about? I'll top off the throttle and it's like when you're driving the car and you let off the gas and it'll like go back and then it'll kick back in. Yeah. So, and I didn't know if it's because of the kind of motor it is or what.
It's that bike will do it the same, and other bikes that he has had will do the same. What it is it's governed to where it only goes 19 miles an hour.
Okay.
And so once it reaches that 19 miles an hour, it cuts out the motor.
It wants to cut back.
But as soon as it cuts out the motor,
you slow down.
And the speed starts to drop, then it constantly kicks back up again.
Yeah, so you're constantly doing this number.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was just something with the kind of motor or something.
Funny that's going on with 630. A lot of their bikes do that. I think it's got something to do with programming, maybe how the program, the display is programmed or something. But it's just, it's a little different. And it's something I hope they'll fix at some point. But
I get what you're saying about it being like kind of clunky too. Like there's a couple, like I noticed and again, it could be user error, but I've noticed like as I'm trying to pedal, the pedals keep clunking.
Yeah, because you're cruising along and you got that speed. And you kind of hit that neutral. You're kind of like in neutral there for a second, so there's a little slack between where the pedal should be
and it just keeps clunking over and over.
So once you start to put a little pressure, it catches up with the gear, and it's got that clunk.
I did hear whatever you were talking about too earlier about like there was, or was it the other one? It was the other one you were talking about that had something.
A rattle.
When I first started, I think it was something up here. Tobers.
Get back over here, buddy.
Get over here. Come on.
What about that? Forgot to hook up.
You got the leash policy. Come on.
The leash policy. Come here, buddy.
But yeah, I noticed something when I first started. It was like, it kind of made a funny sound. And I don't know if it was the brakes or what it was.
It could be. I mean, the brakes could squeal a little bit because it's still brand new and they got to get broke in. So that could be part of it. We did notice that when we assembled it the other day, this fender was rubbing a little bit. So you might hear a little bit of a rub here because it really needs to be tweaked a little bit more. Keep it off the tire.
I was trying to figure out why it wouldn't turn on at first. I discovered the power button on the battery.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was like a key or something, because sometimes some of the keys you have to have on like the on position, but I was like, it doesn't look like it does.
Some brands have that safety built into the batteries to where they go to sleep after a certain amount of time. And that's the way it is with his brand. All his brands will go to sleep. So you have to hit the power button and then wake it up. So
I noticed how like top heavy it almost seems. Almost like a Jeep or something, where it's like, it's just very, especially the faster you're going.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I haven't busted out the tape measure yet to compare this one with the other version. The other version does sit quite a bit lower, like several inches lower.
Yes.
Part of it is bigger tires.
Yeah. And I was going to say that does affect people like me who are shorter, because I noticed even though we pulled it forward as fast as it can go, I still was barely pushing on like the balls of my feet, I feel like.
Yeah.
So for someone like me who's like 5'4" or shorter, they're probably not going to want this because it's the bigger tires and it sits taller.
It does sit a little bit taller, a little harder to get on. And once you get on, because the seat's a little bigger here, once you get on, you're kind of sitting back a little ways.
Yeah.
And if you have like shorter legs, your legs are going to be hitting here, and could be a little bit of a problem.
You also have a funky time getting in and out because of the handlebars and the way they come down.
They swoop back so much, so you almost have to kick them sideways to get on and off, just to make sure that the handlebars aren't in your
Also, I didn't know that like how this works, and so I went to go put it down and it just like slammed. So that's on video. That's great.
Yeah, it's got the shock there that helps hold it up,
which is great.
And it's under pressure when you put it down.
But
perfect.
And if it suits your needs, it suits your needs, and that's fine.
I do wish this seat would fold.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty tall.
It is really tall.
That's really tall.
To transport.
I mean, they got the nice folding handlebars on here, so you can.
But you can't fold the seat, which kind of defeats the purpose of folding the handlebars.
Yeah. So that folds down way down here. So now your bike is this high. If it wasn't for the seat.
I just realized why that is the way that it is. Why these are so long. It's so when you fold it down, it'll just.
But they're still.
But they're still insanely long. I totally pointed that out in the video too. But they're insanely long. They stick out like a foot.
Yeah, it sticks out like a lot.
So.
That's close to 2 feet.
Yeah, at least like a foot, foot and a half. Well, probably a foot and a half. Well, that's my review. That's my speed test. So.
Good job.
Say goodbye, Tobers.
Think.
Say goodbye.
I had my video pointed down a little bit too much. I didn't realize.